In Jesus' name. In Jesus' name. We are running up soon. I just want to read Ephesians 1:11. Ephesians 1:11 says, in him also we have received an inheritance, a destiny we claim by God as his own, having been predestined, chosen, appointed beforehand, according to the purpose of him who works everything in agreement with the counsel and design of his will. We are going to pray for ourselves that everything must be forced to agree to what God has planned for you. He said we'll force everything. Ephesians says that God forces everything to agree with the counsel of his will for you. Can you pray for yourselves that everything must be forced to agree with what God has planned for me, with God's program for me, in the name of Jesus? Father, all things must agree to what you have planned for us, in the name of Jesus. Force all things to agree with the purpose of your will for us.
I agree
in the name
with
of
the
Jesus.
plan and purpose of God for my life.
In the name of
of
Jesus.
Jesus Christ. I align myself with the plan of God in the name of Jesus Christ. Ìlérí Ọlọ́run gbọ́dọ̀ wá sí ìmúṣẹ. Labozokabaye nínú ìjọ yìí, nínú ayé wa. Makabazokabalemoria. Ète Ọlọ́run gbọ́dọ̀ fìdí múlẹ̀. Ìmọ̀ rẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ jọ. Ọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu rẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Labozokabayendere. Rekabosokayanda. Yandabaleboreboso. Makosolekeyendori. Laboremosekeyonda. Labrokabasakaya. Lamayanda la baraba sekele. Rokabosekeye. Rokabababababale. Rakabazakayendere. Morekebosokabale. Rakababababalabara.
In the name of Jesus.
Yekeyenderebosokele.
In the name of Jesus. I will share this and then we'll round up. For some time late last year, I don't think Pastor Victory knew about that. We lost two missionaries within 2 days. A couple, the wife passed on. You saw the news, and the brother went. So that period, something just came upon me, and that was so strange. We went for medical issues. There was nothing. We did everything. There was nothing. Oh, it was bad. The church came. The choir came. It was not going. It was bad. Then one of the days, a brother who we taught in the Bible school has sent me a devotional. He didn't know what I was going through. It's about George Muller. Listen to this story. The writer said, I want to share with you about a man that impacted my life. The man said he was a captain of a ship, and they were going to a place called Quebec in Canada. At a point, the ship could not move anymore because of fog. And George Muller stood up and came to him. I said, Captain, I must get to Quebec by Saturday afternoon. For 57 years I've been preaching the gospel. I've never missed my meetings. The man said, he looked at him as a man from the mental asylum. He said, don't you see this folk? George Muller said, I'm not seeing the folk. I'm seeing God who controls every circumstance of my life. He said, come, let's go and pray. He took him to the chat room. on the ship. They kneel down. He said, George Muller prayed the most simple prayers, but he had contact. When he stood up, he said, when this captain, what the captain said, when he wanted to pray, he said, don't pray, you don't believe. He said, go and check the fog. When they went to check, the fog had cleared. He said, they got to Quebec that Saturday afternoon, and he had this meeting. So when I read that story, my spirit, something happened to my spirit. What a strange way for God to come. I didn't know when I was saying, I'm not seeing this folk. I'm not seeing this folk. I'm seeing God who controls the circumstances of my life. I'm finished with you. I stood up from the bed, went to warm the car. That was the end till today. I'm telling you, there's something. You see, the battle we fight is a battle in the spiritual. You can't explain what is going on, but let your spirit establish contact. That night, God showed me what happened. I was in a hall. I was sharing a tract. I still have that tract to pastors. A wonderful tract. When I finished sharing the tract, I came out and saw two malams. The two malams said, we are finished with you. I said, finished with me? Except God is dead. I said, for saying that, you're a dead man. So I woke up. God showed me where the battle from malams. We are fighting against forces we don't know. We are going to rise up in our spirit now, that in all our lives, God will give us victory, so that we can be alive to do His work. His work. Let us pray.
Father, in all our lives, you give us victory, constant victory, consistent victory. That we take the gospel around.
We receive victories.
We thank you
in the name of Jesus
that we have through Christ Jesus.
Victories all this life in the name of